If you have lived long enough, you know that life is not exempt from hardships, from difficulties, disappointments. Sometimes we can go through something and we feel like we'll never get out of it. We feel like the pain is increasing, the anguish is being massaged in, or the hardships are just back to back to back. We wonder, when will it ever end? Or what now? What next? Life is complete with all things, and roads are not always going to be smooth. They're not always going to be paved over with this glossy top, with a beautiful script of cursive writing as if we're living poetry. It isn't always going to be that way. We will navigate various terrain. There will be peaks and valleys, winding roads that may last so long we become nauseated. It happens. And today, I really want to encourage you. Do not give up. Do not throw in the towel. Do not resist the moment, but meet it. One might say, well, that's easier said than done. It's so hard to deal with this. There's continuously something coming at me. I can never catch a break. Sometimes we have to be mindful of how we speak things, how we describe those things, because it impacts how we meet them. It impacts whether or not we can ever see spaciousness, whether or not we can ever even visualize contrast. Because here's the thing, we are not the hardships that we experience. They are simply things that we meet along the way of this road we're walking through life. But we're not meant to identify with the struggle, to put it on and wear it like skin. Things come up and we meet those things, and sometimes we simply meet them by breathing, not adding to it, not taking away. But often what happens is we become mentally fixated on the hardship. And what was once painful, we begin to stir it, or we knead it like it's dough, without realizing that we're actually causing ourselves more anguish, more suffering. We're making something that's already a problem even more problematic. And it happens when we resist, or when we brew and stew as if we're cooking something on the stove. Be encouraged. Know that trouble does not last always, that eventually the pain you feel, the anxiety you're spiraling in, the frustration and disappointments, the overwhelm, eventually it will come to an end. And while you're still there, being with it, how might you create more spaciousness for yourself? One, we can simply note it and ask ourselves, what is required of me in order to be with this in front of me? What is required? And you know, the first thing that is required is minding our emotions and our feelings, because our emotions and our feelings can really intensify a hardship. We get caught up in the emotion, in the feeling, and we forget to meet it with maybe a level of objectivity. Well, how do I meet something that's so emotional, so emotionally impactful with objectivity? One, we observe, how am I feeling right now? Let me be with how I'm feeling. Ride the wave of how I'm feeling, not adding to it, not taking away from it, but just being with it. I'm feeling disappointment. I'm feeling hurt, angry, overwhelmed. When we're being with how we're feeling, we're not making any decisions. We're simply allowing ourselves to feel until we're through the feeling, until we arrive on the other side where, okay, I've been feeling overwhelmed. Okay, I'm being with that, and I'm feeling less overwhelmed. Okay, clarity is starting to come. What is this thing in front of me that was just overwhelming me, asking of me? How can I meet it? What do I need to do? And then, do I have all of the information that I need in order to do the thing? The money, do I have it in this moment? Because remember, it's all in the moment. We're not thinking long, far, and wide into the future, because that brings what? Anxiety. Right now, do I have what it is asking of me? And if I do, how might I meet this by applying what I have? Because I have the thing that it is asking. Okay, how do I take the step to apply it? And then you do that and you move forward. But sometimes we don't have the thing yet. We don't have the money. We don't have the clarity. Now we're worried. What am I going to do? Pause. If you do not have what it is in need of, what the issue is asking of you, then there's nothing for you to do yet other than remaining open and staying watchful and being ready to receive what you need in order to give it. But what happens is we start freaking out. I don't have it. What am I going to do? There's always something going on. And then before we know it, we've gone down the rabbit hole of my life is terrible and nothing works out and I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to end up, the mind, it's masterful in how it just grabs us and throws us into the deep, dark, dank of it all. And now that we're there in the dark, we're worse. Because not only is the problem still there, but we can't see it. We're suffocating in the enclosure of the dark. Now we're afraid. It's gotten bigger. So when we don't have what is being asked, or we do not yet know what to do, the best thing to do is nothing at all and wait. And when your thoughts begin to think you otherwhere, somewhere you do not want to be, other than where you are, bring yourself back. It's like a practice. You go and you bring yourself back. Because again, the mind is masterful. It will keep on taking you down that road if you allow it. And we may not be able to control every thought, but once we become aware, I've been spending 10 minutes worrying, let me come back. Just bring yourself back again and again. Because that is going to give you the peace that you need when navigating hard things. Let us not forget that when we're going through something, we need peace. And that peace has got to come from within. My peace cannot be something that comes from the outside, the external. No, neither yours. Peace comes from within. Otherwise, it's something fleeting and passing, and it isn't real. It's an illusion of peace. So when we're going through something, we do not know what to do, we do nothing, and we keep trying to cultivate peace. And you know, because you've been there before, that it changes eventually. Now, we might want it to change today, right now, because being in the uncertainty, being in the angst, the pain, the overwhelm, being in that place of suffering is hard. Who wants to be there? We want change today. We might want it today, but it may not come for 3 months. So, how do I meet myself with gentleness, with compassion, with presence, cultivating peace along the way? Otherwise, what do? We resist, we kick, we scream, we suffer all the way, which makes 3 months feel like a year. And it may even prolong the 3 months because we're not allowing ourselves to be mindfully present, awake, and alert to the insights, the information that we need to meet the thing. We don't realize how much power we actually have. We often think that someone out there somewhere is controlling all of the things, and we're at the mercy of that someone or something out there somewhere. No, no, no. You may not yet live in the reality that you desire. You may still be in that valley, but you possess great capacities and power in that valley because you get to be with your mind and your thoughts, and you get to cultivate a higher vibration. And that higher vibration will then sustain you along the way. One might say, oh, yeah, what? I don't know about that, Kissiah. I don't know about that. Well, let's look at the contrast. You can also resist, kick, and scream and be in the valley with that. Which one is better company? I would say, cultivating peace and accessing the higher vibration would be better company, because kicking and screaming and resisting and life isn't fair and I can't believe this is happening to me. Oh, that's like befriending commiseration long term. And that's heavy. We don't walk away from commiseration feeling lighter. We walk away feeling like, wow, there's always something wrong. It's negative, it's dark, it's heavy. So if you're going through something, cultivate peace. If there's something you can do to change it, to meet it, yes, do that. Be awake enough to see that well and clearly, and be about the practice of change. Don't worry about how long it's going to take. Just keep moving it forward, step by step. If you do not yet know what to do or have what it is asking of you, then cultivate peace and quiet. And remain awake and open, because eventually you are going to have what it is requiring of you to meet it. So may you feel yourself in moments where you're not going through anything, when you're in the flow and you're feeling good, may you fill yourself with peace that you can access when you are going through something, because guess what? Eventually you will be going through something. That is the way of life. Contrast is real. Which is why it's important to not live from our reserve. It's better to live from our overflow, to give from our overflow. It's very hard to drive cross country on E. So when you are living your life in the flow, be mindful to be mindful of that, to be grateful for that ease, and to cultivate peace so that it is with you when things become different and you're navigating a little bit of a rugged terrain. Trust in your ability to meet it and to move through it. And remember how masterful the mind is at snatching us and throwing us there in the deep, dark dank of it all. And so, bring yourself back again and again so that all that you are is standing where your feet are, planted and rooted right here and right now, because that's how we see clearly. That's how we suffer less. That is how we meet the moments, realizing that it's true. Trouble doesn't last always. It never does.